He glared at the back of her head before checking the pressure gauge that monitored the buildup of steam inside Layden's boiler. It actually was a little high. The needle had moved several lines into the red. Instead of coal, they were burning wood that they'd collected from the forest floor. Wood was much easier to find than coal, but the burn rate varied greatly from one chunk to the next. In just a few minutes, the pressure in the boiler could jump from safe to highly dangerous. If it got too high, well, that wasn't something he wanted to think about. Focused on opening the release valve, he barely noticed a flash of light out of the corner of his eye. Sunlight reflecting off something to the south glinted once, twice, then disappeared. It seemed to have come from a clearing a mile or two away, but despite studying the rocks and trees, he couldn't find it again. "Did you see that?" "See what?" Trenton opened his mouth to ask Kallista to circle around for a closer look, then thought better of it. What was the point? It was probably just water or a shiny chunk of rock. Besides, she'd probably reply with another snide remark. Maybe it was your band again, a trumpet reflecting the sun. After 8 hours in the air, he didn't need any more of that. As he turned away from the clearing, a shadow dropped over his shoulder. He looked up, expecting to see a cloud. Instead, he found himself staring straight into the gold eyes of a deadly red dragon no more than 100 yards above them. Sunlight glittered off the beast's crimson scales as it cut through the air toward them. "Watch out!" he screamed to Kallista. Drawing back its sinewy neck, the dragon roared and dove toward them. Ramming the lever on his right as far forward as it would go, Trenton sent Layden plunging toward the ground, the red dragon following closely behind. Kallista's head snapped left and her eyes went wide. Surprised as she was, though, her reflexes were as sharp as a blade. At the same time the dragon opened its huge, fang-filled mouth, Kallista yanked the flight controls hard to the right. Trenton ducked his head, expecting a ball of flames. Instead, a thick yellow cloud spewed from between the dragon's jaws. Kallista's maneuver meant they'd avoided almost all of the cloud, but a few droplets beaded on the sleeve of Trenton's jacket. Everywhere the liquid touched, the leather bubbled and foamed. Yelping, Trenton wiped his sleeve on Layden's metal skin. The yellow drops fizzed, marking the metal before disappearing. "What is that?" Kallista shouted. "Some kind of acid," Trenton yelled back. Correcting its course, the red dragon closed in on them again. Less than 20 feet above the forest, Trenton searched for an opening to fly into, but the treetops were too dense to break through. Behind them, the monster roared and shot another stream of yellow acid. Almost as if they were a machine themselves, Trenton pulled back on his controls at the same time Kallista turned hard left. Cutting up and around, they circled toward the beast. For just a moment, the red dragon was in their sights. Kallista turned Layden's head, and Trenton mashed the fire button with his fist. A ball of flame blasted from Layden's mouth. It hit the red dragon, and the acid cloud around its head exploded in an inferno, fire shooting everywhere. "The yellow stuff burns!" Trenton whooped. He hit the fire button again, but the dragon changed course, avoiding his shot. Kallista pushed up her goggles and twisted around to get a better view. "Banking left!" she called, pulling the controls. Understanding what she had in mind, Trenton dropped Layden a little before pulling up sharply. The red dragon reacted to their maneuver, but not quickly enough. Rising under its exposed belly, Trenton pounded the fire button 3 times in quick succession. A volley of flames scorched the beast between its front legs. Screaming in anger,